Alright. I'm gonna like review my last run here and just go over stuff that I probably could have did better. So I believe this is Nexus Heroic 5-man. I actually haven't tanked this since like maybe a week or two. Like when I was leveling, I tanked this when I was leveling when I was like level 73, 74 or something like that. Was a lot cleaner than this, but definitely the mobs hit way harder, and it was a really big struggle for this druid to keep me up, but they did a good job. Just buffing up what I can do. Looks like everyone's mana's high, and I'm heading up to this first mob. We're gonna go for the counterclockwise version of going about this. I think in my Nexus run I went
demo.
Wait. Yeah. No, wait. No, this is clockwise. I went counterclockwise when I was level 73, 74. So yeah, as you can see, I take chunky damage, but that's the point of the high HP.
Just based on what I see right here.
This guy says the threat is good, which is correct. I think the Warlock had a threat meter because I think he soul shatters later on in one of these boss encounters. So I go in for the Frost Shock into Thunderstorm, and then another Frost Shock right onto the Mage Hunter. Then I start tap targeting on these Mage Slayers, which are the dogs. These guys silence, I believe, but
Near you.
I don't think they put it on me. I think they put it on the Mage because he ends up pulling, but I pull off with the Frost Shock here. And keep on going. I'm looking at people's mana. It's like we're good to go. I'm looking at my mana. Pull this guy. I'm not gonna go for big pulls because I already noticed that we're taking a lot of damage anyways. So it's like I'm gonna give this druid a break. He's not like a priest healer, so it's like I can't do bigger pulls confidently without like stressing this healer out and also stressing myself out. It's like I get chunked, but I have enough HP for this druid to like react and keep me topped up. So that's the point of after you get crit immunity, you stack stamina. Whether you're elemental or enhancement. I'm elemental in this case. So what I could be doing is dropping Stoneclaw Totem as well, because it also gives me like a 1000 absorb shield. It's not really big in the grand scheme of things, but it also gains threat.
Next.
So that probably might be something I change up in future dungeons. Actually, I dropped out a lot earlier. It's like I'll change my totems into my earth and fire into magma and Stoneclaw. But I still keep a lot of my totems bound for very specific cases where I need to like get them closer to me. Like right after I drop Stoneclaw,
it kills.
Sometimes I'll go right back into stone skin totem to get the armor. Was like 1,100.
Oh no!
So right here, what happened was we got feared, and I did not have tremor totem down, and me and the warlock got feared into this pack over here. Otherwise, this actually probably would have been a clean ass run and a clean kill of this boss. And we end up wiping here, but through resilience and the victory of the human spirit, we decided to continue on and not rage quit. But yeah, me and Warlock buddy pull the fucking other mobs. I did not have Tremor down here. Could have had Tremor down. I was unaware of the fear because, like I said, I did this dungeon like once, tanked it once, and this boss was not a thing in the normal dungeon. This is like a heroic only boss, so I was pretty unfamiliar with this. But yeah, he hit like a truck and he took me down.
Fuck.
And I'm a champ about it. I'm not like raging at the healer. It's like we already had a missed pull here, so it's like I was already expecting us to wipe. So right here, I'm like getting the morale up. I'm like, all right, so next time we'll just drop Tremor.
It was going pretty smooth,
so we don't get like
besides the boss kind
probably
of like
maybe pull them back further away. But yeah, so you're not feared all the way in there. That's probably what other tanks would do since they don't have access to Tremor unless they have like a shaman in their group. But shaman tank, I should drop Tremor there. It's just I'll be getting hit for way more though. It's kind of risky because this boss is pretty chunky. The 1.1k armor is like significant in my survival. that
I'm the
I
tank.
really want to use that over Tremor, but yeah. I don't know if it's the boss or the ads that the clerics that do it. You'd think it's the clerics, right? Because priest can fear, but yeah.
The healer is like healing me, and he's like, we're this far into the dungeon, and he's like, so no tank question mark? Like, bro.
Yes.
Give
This
me, like, an
healer
iron
was
bar.
actually
Like,
pretty
Druids have
twisted. He
external
ended up
cooldowns,
whispering
right?
me way later after the dungeon.
Or is that not till Kata? For sure they've got iron bark by now.
Do they have Ironbark? I don't know. I didn't bother to look it up since. I was expecting like an external cooldown or something.
Well, I wonder if the clerics stay dead though, because we kind of burst them down.
That we did. And throughout the dungeon, I've been using this indestructible potion. It's like the modern version of like the Iron Shield potion from Classic WoW, which you were using even into TBC as a tank. Like, not like I was using that as a shaman tank, but I'm pretty sure even warriors use that shit, and like bear druids and all the other tanks use that. Level 60 potions, still in level 70 raids.
First, this guy next, and I'll pull it back here, and I'll drop a tremor too. It's gonna be
For some
kinda
reason,
trippy
these
though,
other
but,
three mobs around the corner end up pulling. I don't know how that is. Maybe it's because they're unfrozen and something pulled threat. I don't know. We seem to be able to pull them without pulling those guys, but our demo Lorlock will actually step up, and he's gonna like start off tanking. Actually, you'll see in a little bit here.
Shouldn't have been pulled.
Yeah, so I'm just explaining to the druid why they got threat. It's like healing does AoE threat, so of course you're gonna get it. But these were all unexpected mobs. I was like working with three. It's like I could try and get those, but then once I have like what 5 mobs and a boss on me, I'm probably gonna get like killed, and there's not enough healing output that a druid could do. So I didn't bother. But I'm now realizing I should have used Earth Elemental.
Wait, what?
I have it. Earth Elemental should have been dropped right now to alleviate, but I did a good thunderstorm right there because there's too much on you. Do that to like spread them. Get some distance so your healer has time to heal you back up. Alright, so that's on my Warlock. I'm trying to get it off. If we're looking at the threat meter, we end up killing it anyways, but our Warlock is off tanking right now. So our Warlock has the boss.
Stop running.
And I'm going to pull it off him here pretty soon. It's like 1 or 2 more Frost Shocks. And Enhance probably wouldn't have been able to do that because they don't have deep enough elemental talents to have a 3-second cooldown Frost Shock. So right there, the Warlock shit went way down, so I think he's shoal shattered as well to like drop his threat. I don't think I just did a huge burst of threat there because like I had to like catch up to him, kinda. But yeah, I didn't notice at the time, but our druid fucking died, and I keep on moving forward. I'm like the only person that can res. I'm a fucking goofball here. I was too busy about my shaman tanking. So here I'm about to keep on moving, then someone has to remind me, yo, the druid's dead.
Tank, my dude.
The druid got like one shot by like that charge when I rewatched this footage.
2 of them. Oh yeah.
Fucking hell.
This guy's making too much of a big deal of it.
He was, man. But then
That probably was the hardest pull
he
in
ended
the
up
entire
sucking up.
dungeon.
Yeah, he ended up saying, "Yeah, actually, you did good shaman tanking afterwards."
Plus, we had like a sick
I ended up talking with that resto druid after the dungeon.
demo lock off tank, so
Yeah,
we got like a pretty good. Yeah, he
I
wants us to
acknowledged the
change
demo
profile.
lock off tank because I had one in Karazhan, one of my
I'm not really
Karazhan
built like a
runs.
warrior, but I'll try my best.
And the dogs for this next pull, they silence.
I want to pull these douchebags separately.
Yeah, I want to wait for those to get further away from that
And
pack
I know
of
there's
four
going to
in
be
the back.
silences. That's what pisses me off most about this pull here. These are upcoming mobs.
Druids and warriors, I don't think have this problem. I mean, I think silence only stops their taunt. I think if they're silenced, they can't taunt.
Or it might be the blood elves. No, these guys.
So that's like technically a spell, not really a physical ability. So yeah, I'm just like fire novaing to keep AoE threat. These guys kind of get the picture and they like give me some time if you look at the threat. But yeah, I tap target through shit and I'll frost shock here and there. Enough HP for the druid to just top me up there. He might have popped a cooldown, I think.
I'm looking at the astral shift. But it really cucks my threat.
Yeah, when I say that, I meant when I'm silenced, it cuts my threat.
Wait,
like
hold what?
As Ellie.
Hold
So yeah, I pulled these guys around just to LOS pull them instead of chain lightning, because I think that's more convenient. I feel like chain lightning is like slow gameplay, but I mean, I used to do that like early dungeons, but I think at max level 80, I think you just go in there, frost shock as you're running in, and then like you drop your totems, fire nova, frost shock, tap target, frost shock, fire nova, tap target, frost shock, like frost shock on a 3-second cooldown. Like you should be able to keep AoE threat. Plus, fire nova is just chunky, especially if you're stacking crit. That's what Ellie wants. Ellie Shaman tank. So yeah, doing tank threat is no problem for me. Like way easier than having to do AoE threat. I'm just focused on one target. I don't got a tap target. All my frost shocks go on that one target. Yeah, super easy. I mean, of course, I think I dropped a magma totem here for when 3 of these mini versions of that boss came out, just so I could like fire into them all.
I think
Get immediate like snap threat, plus AoE threat through magma totem pulses. I think I end up getting most of this gear just even through greeting.
Do silencing, then rest should be pretty easy.
Yeah, all the ads actually up from here is pretty easy. Like there's just one final pack of like a mage hunter dude with 2 dogs with silence.
These guys right here.
Yep. Okay, I chain lightning there, just because. Sometimes I'll choose to, sometimes I won't. But like because these guys silence, I was like I may as well get a precast in there. I ate the trope. I was like, oh wait, this isn't PvP.
It's starting to get chilly. I gotta close this window, but not now.
And then I just put on my jacket.
Actually put on a second layer.
Second layer. Alright. Sorry about the wait, fellas. Yeah, these guys were in a rush, it felt like, so I felt like I had to rush.
Lightning, do your thing.
Okay, I do chain lightning here and there. Sometimes I just go in, depends on the dungeon. This felt like a chain lightning kind of dungeon, I guess.
Indestructible potion.
Yeah, pop that.
They'll come back.
I yeeted because I think I kicked that. I used it defensively whenever I yeet people away from me, like the AoE knockback thunderstorm. I do that defensively.
Heal me harder.
And plus it does like a shit ton of damage, and sometimes I feel like it crits more often, but like whenever it crits it's like 4k on each target that I've like yeeted. So it's like a huge knockback and burst AoE. So it's like I gain threat if I use it almost like right away.
Oh, the healer's drunk.
Yeah, this is where I learned that the healer's drunk.
Now I have a perfect thing to like have an
perfect excuse.
Healer's drunk, guys. Don't worry. Shaman tank is totally viable.
Yeah, this motherfucker kept on whispering me later on after the dungeon.
Whoops. Player's getting his ass handed to him by this chaotic rogue.
Little did I know it was actually the mage getting his ass handed to him, not the druid. And right here, I already know someone's dead, so I start to drink, and they're like, wait, dude's dead.
Oh yeah. I'm totally not looking at they wanted me to go quick.
No, I'm lying there.
Yeah. Dude's recovering.
Just kidding.
Why would you? Oh no, that guy's rogue. Alright. What Eat us, delete us.
Drop Stone Claw, drop Magma, Fire Nova. Alright, kick that to bring it in. Fire Nova, Frost Shock that off the Druid, Fire Nova, Frost Shot that again, dead. Alright, I went for a
I guess I could have used
Fire Shock instead of
one bad
Chain Lightning.
The one pull that like pulls
because muscle
3
memory
extra
actually.
things.
Sometimes I'll
But I
do
guess
a
it's
Fire
like the boss
Shock
and
on
5
some of
mobs
these
or some
pulls.
shit like that. Or Dilly.
No, shush, past me. Okay, so sometimes I'll Fire Shock, but I have 2 elemental specs, and normally V is my Chain Lightning, so I'm used my muscle memory from raiding. Chain Lightning is up there, but for my tanking setup, and also I kind of use it for PvP. My Flame Shock is V, and my Chain Lightning is Shift V. So yeah, those are mixed up, and normally I'm trying to Chain Lightning things, but then I'll end up Fire Shocking. I'm like, yeah, fuck. Well, let's keep on going. So I think I did that like twice or 3 times throughout this dungeon here, instead of Chain Lightning pulling. But yeah, thought I'd point that out. I use like elemental DPS and elemental tank for my dual specs.
Would have been perfect there. Now that I think of it, gotta utilize that a bit more. But
yeah, and this is where I was realizing I should have used.
Tried to solo that.
That's where I had the revelation. I'm like, oh yeah, I should have Earth Ellied on that first boss when we pulled extra mobs. I'm totally forgetting about Fire and Earth Ellie. Those are like good utility spells you should be using on cooldown.
I mean, Ice Crown.
Like, I'm a bad shaman for not using them the entire fucking thing. Like, I'm just kind of relying on my Frost Shock and Fire Nova basically, and just kind of ignoring big cooldowns like Fire Ellie and Earth Ellie.
Oh boy. Yeah. I'll do
So yeah,
one better. I'll Bloodlust you so you can.
that is correct. And also, I've also noticed every single pull. See that thing above my character? I'm getting Tricks of the Trade from this rogue, so I've also been getting like threat help through the rogue throughout the entire time. Like, it took me a few watch throughs, but I'm like, oh wait, I actually am getting Tricks of the Trade. Normally there's an add-on that the rogue has that lets you know, but I didn't get that, or the rogues that do that to me. I need to like put that on my trackers as well. Like, I have Indestructible Potion, Bloodlust, and from raiding, this is when a Demo Warlock has his Felguard buff up. We got a Felguard over there, and then this is like my Glyph buff. Like, I get like a 25-30% fraction spell power of like what you call it, Totem of Wrath would give me, and then if I change it to any totem, I still get that buff. See how it's like a 5% buff right next to my food buff? Yeah, I'm tracking all those, and then there's like another buff that comes here. That's from my trinket. Fuck, I forget what it's called. It's the trinket from Astral Narup Heroic from second boss Hadronox. It like has 110 stamina, and it gives you an absorb, or it reduces damage by like 187 for each hit or whatever for 10 seconds. It'll proc pretty soon, but it procs right next to my Indestructible Potion to explain my UI, and this is tracking like my mana reduction. Like, every spell is reduced by like what, 45%, something like that. I forget. It's not 100% anymore, but yeah, for the next 2 spells, that's procced through crit. Right here, I'm about to do like a jump that would kill me. See, I'm not gonna land. It teleported me right there.
Okay.
And yeah. That. But our Warlock ends up getting yeah, our Warlock fell down. If you saw that, he just fell right down. He did the same jump as me and he fell. He didn't get teleported. And I'm not realizing this till like just a bit later. I'm being like a bonehead, not looking at
Wait.
party frames, and like, oh wait, yeah.
What?
And
Our guy
then our
died. Oh,
DPS
shit.
pulls, so then I have to pull anyways. And I get multiple of these guys on me, like fucking hits hard. Plus, it's also the rift that's like doing lightning. I think we should probably kill the rift.
On this rogue.
Now that I think of it, I'm not like a genius at what is highest kill priority, but I think now the chaotic rift probably should have died
Yeah.
first.
Hold
I
on,
reincarnate
hold on.
so I could pull this off the mage, chain lightning into frost. Alright, I got the threat on that. I changed to this target, and now I need to start frost shocking to pull it off. Our mage frost novas, I am the closest. I immediately get threat, and I start tanking both these guys. I think I
Popping
should
a
probably,
potion.
yep,
Okay.
pop a indestructible
Fuck it
potion.
up.
We kill him, and I wasted that, but it's like whatever. It probably did save me, but I probably could have also just used a healing potion, but I don't have any. I have mana potions. Normally, I'm used to healers keeping me alive. And the next couple of minutes is our warlock running back. So if I can just like, yeah, we're still waiting for him. I think he's back, right? Our boy's almost here. There we go. Alright. So I'm gonna probably chain lightning these guys, I would assume, unless I fire shock them. Fuck up. No. Alright, I instant cast chain lightning. Go for the fire nova. Boom. Frost shock on that guy. Go for the fire nova again. Frost shock on that guy again. Oh, we procced our trinket. Boom. Fire shock. Fire nova. Frost shock. Boom. It's going over and over and over. We killed him. Highest DPS, by the way. Shaman tank Ellie does a lot of AoE. And a lot of threat. Hence the high DPS. And even single target sometimes. Boom. I'm just pressing 2 buttons most of the time. Sometimes it'll get spicy and I'll fire shock and I'll what you call it, lava burst, and then I'll do like my knockback. I announce it most of the times. I'm like, it's just my thing. It's more funnier in PvP, but I mean, some people get pissed off when I do that in dungeons and raids. I try to avoid doing it in raids. I do it more in dungeons, and I don't glyph it. There's a glyph to make it not knocked back, but I'm like, why though? It's more funnier if they get knocked back. And I could go, yeet! Yeet! Yeah, right there. So yeah. Just, hitting those little tiny guys, and then getting this big guy, just frost shock, you know, put my totems down, fire nova, frost shock, you know, fire nova, and then, you know, just frost shock again, and then fire nova, you know, maybe frost shock again, and fire nova. Oh, I think I got silence. Off the rhythm, boom, fire nova, frost shock. Yep. Drew's mana is about 65-70%. He's good. And I decided to go for a chain lightning.
Could we have skipped
hard
him?
cast.
Whatever.
And I contemplated, but I do it anyways. And then I decide to yeet these guys because they're chunking me right here. Yeet. Yeah. Do another fire nova as they gain in. Another fire nova. For that hard AoE. I'm like top DPS and tank. I don't know if other tanks do that yet. Maybe paladins
Hopefully you
or
have like
druids.
some kind of coolie for me. I don't really have any.
I'm like in PvP here, but yeah.
Alright.
I end up dying here right at the end. Because I get,
Okay.
he enrages,
It's kinda hard.
and we don't kill him just as quick.
at
I don't
least
know,
as
maybe
long
if
as
we had higher
I'm
DPS,
uncritical,
or
like,
I had like
Unless
a
the healer's
priest.
shit, like, I don't know. That's the only.
The healer wasn't shit, I was shit. I mean, technically speaking, like, he did his best. I died. We basically kill a boss. The boss dies like 1 second after I die, basically. So it's like, it wasn't a. I was like, close enough.
Wait,
But
I
yeah.
should be dying here.
Like, I'm not.
He's doing a good job keeping me up.
He is doing a good job. And then once this guy enrages, then things go south. Right here, he's all red and ranged. Missed his first hit. Missed again. Missed again. Alright. Now I'm getting chunked. Getting chunked. No crits though. If I was, if I got crit, if I wasn't crit immune for dungeons, I would have been dead a lot quicker. I end up getting this. We get rezzed.
I don't think he doesn't enrage.
Druid needs mana, same with me, we got it. Then we have a mini panic attack thinking the Warlock pet will like do a run around because
Oh.
yeah.
The pet is going back.
But he
Oh,
just
shit.
teleports down there with the Warlock is what I found out rewatching this footage because the
Uh-oh.
Warlock pet is like right there.
Hopefully the pet goes so far away it just despawns itself.
I didn't know that when I was doing this live. I pull that just for, I think we can skip this guy, but I pull him anyways. Do a double frost shock, put my totems down, then I go for the fire novas. I don't know what the rogue does here. I don't know if he crits within venom. I think it was like an assassination rogue that I have here. But he ends up pulling this guy near the end as we're about to kill it. I think maybe he was in like I think when the mob is 35% or lower, your shit hits harder. Like the kill shot range, execute range for rogue assassinate. See, he pulls off right there. I'm like, what the
How
fuck?
did the rogue pull?
I would have pulled off, but I mean,
Or
like
did
we
he
killed
just
it really
pop
quick.
off?
I think it was a mutilate or envenom that like hit super hard. Then I get tricks with traded right here. I thought the rogue was just ninja pulling, but I get tricks right here. You'll see somewhere there's like there's the tricks right there. So I move in with him anyways. I was gonna drink and get some mana, but I'm like, okay. And then I use potion here. I'm like, I'm getting kind of chunked. And then no one here clicks any of these things. It's just I click all of them, I guess. There's the tank.
Bloodlusts.
Yeah, I realized that as well.
Should kill this quick before it kills my ass.
So I fucked up majorly throughout this fight by not moving. You're supposed to move
Alright,
always
we
or
can
like
click
jump
these
or something
orbs.
to keep that debuff to like 1 or 2. But I just like stacked that up and made it really hard for the druid, and he still kept me up. So props to this guy for what's about to happen right here. You guys will cringe, and I'm cringing just watching at my failure here. It's like a success, but like through a really rough failure of not knowing this fight. I could have made this way easier for the. I could have just been jumping, like jumping wouldn't have affected me. All my shit is instant cast. I could have just been like jumping, you know. There's like this debuff. It's going up to 5, 6, 7. Everyone else is moving right, but not me. Everyone does some kind of strafe or they're jumping. I'm at 9, so I'm gonna get like shunked because my debuff is at 9 when I eventually decide to move. All right, there's half of my health. Reset it.
Boy. Alright. And the game even rewarded.
And yeah, I mean, I could have done better throughout that entire run, but yeah, there's my review of my own footage. Not even footage, I was streaming that like 4 or 5 days ago on this. So it was like Nexus. And that's my review of Shaman Tank for like some commentary over it, you know? Alright.